What's up, boys, and I'm back with part 2, like promised on that last video, just basically going over the foundations of how to start a freelance brand scaling agency. In this video, I'm going to be diving into more of the technical things, how to set up an ads manager, what is an ads manager, and just the overall insides of actually how to run ads manager and like what are ads, what ads work. And I'm also going to be setting up a campaign for you guys just to show you guys the general structure that I use and also use for some of my clients. But yeah, boys, let's just hop on the desktop and I guess I'll see you there. Yo, what's good? So as promised, we made it over to the desktop. As you can see, we are on an ads manager. I'm going to walk you guys through exactly how to set this up. Obviously, your guys' won't look like this. It will be completely blank when you guys probably log into your guys' client's ad account or even your ad account or ads manager. So we'll hop just right into this from scratch. So typically, you just want to look up literally Facebook Ads Manager. It's pretty simple. Facebook Ads Manager, and it should be this link right here. So if you guys look up Facebook Ads Manager, make sure you click on this link right here. This is the exact link, facebook.com/business/tool/ads manager. And this is where you're going to be actually running the ads. So if you guys don't know, Meta is the overall platform which hosts Facebook ads, Instagram ads, WhatsApp ads, even Messenger ads, and now I think they do Threads as well. So this is where you're going to be basically running all your ads. And Meta owns all of those companies, obviously. So the first thing and the most important part of this is having an aged Facebook account. So I've experienced this even in my early days. So if you create a new email and then a new Facebook account, Facebook is going to ban your ad account right away. So I don't want you guys to go through the same issue. So like I said, use a family member's, or even if you have an old ad account, or girlfriend, a friend, whatever it is, use somebody with an aged Facebook account to run ads off of. Now, typically, it's not going to affect their personal side of Facebook because you're going to be using the business side of things. So you won't even be touching their actual account. You won't even be running ads from the actual account. You'll be creating a business portfolio underneath their personal profile to be running ads for that client, or even for yourself if you're creating a store. Like I said, since this is obviously you running ads for a client, I'm talking about in a client standpoint, but you as well need an aged Facebook account. So when your client is creating a business portfolio, they need an aged Facebook account, and you also need an aged Facebook account so they can invite you to that business portfolio and you can actually run ads off of their business portfolio. So first step is, like I said, finding that aged Facebook account. After that, you simply just want to log in and then go to Ads Manager. Might take a second to load, but boom, it's gonna pop up like this. And a lot of people get confused right here. So this right here is your personal account. So you want to have a personal account, and then these are business portfolios right here. So the first thing you want to have your client do is create a business portfolio. So like I said, just press that button that says create business portfolio, and usually you want to just have them name it their business's name or their brand's name. So let's just put Motion Worldwide. By the way, do not name your brand this. This is ass. You can just put Motion Worldwide ad account or something like that. Then you typically want to put their first name. Let's put Jarvis, and let's put Lee, and then you want to have them add their email. So let's just put jarvislee@gmail.com. And after you do this, you just want to press create. I'm not going to actually create one in this video because I don't want to waste my space on my ad account. That's another thing too. On your personal account, I'm pretty sure it's a limit of 4 business portfolios. After that, if you try to create another one, it will say exceeded limit, or you reach the maximum amount of business portfolios on this ad account. You can always delete them, but like I said, I just don't want to make one right now. There's no need. So in this video, I'll probably be showing a actual real client example. But yeah, like I said, you want to create a business portfolio. After you create one, I'll show you what it looks like in a second. Boom. So after you create your business portfolio, it should look like this. It should be completely blank. It shouldn't be like what I showed at the beginning of this video, where it was an actual client and you've seen results and obviously the ads manager and campaigns ran, blah, 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 blah. But it should be completely blank right this with your business portfolio name up here. So after you get to this screen, you simply want to come down here to the settings icon at the bottom left. And you want to wait for this to load. And after it loads, your client should see a page like this. So after they see a page like this, it's very, very simple. All you want to do is press this blue button on the right-hand side that says invite people. After they press that, put your Facebook email in this prompt right here. So let's just put that same one. Let's just put jarvislee11@gmail.com. After they do that, you simply just want to click out, press next, and then you want to go through all these things. So you obviously want full control to their business portfolio so you can access everything, their ad account, their pixel, their Facebook page, their Instagram account, everything they need to access to actually scale this client. So after you press that, you want to press next. And then if they don't have any assets, which, like I said, depending if the client has run ads before, if they haven't, or if they've ever set up a Meta business portfolio, if they haven't, there will be no assets here. If they have, there might be some. If they do have assets, you just want to click every asset and make sure you have full control to each of those assets. And then after that, you just want to press next and then send invitation. I'm not going to actually send this invitation because Jarvis Lee would be pissed. He'd be like, what the fuck is this? This is not my email. If this is somebody's email, I'm completely sorry. But yeah, so you, like I said, you just have them send the invitation and then it should just pop up in your inbox. And then after it pops up in your inbox, you literally just press accept and join to their business portfolio. After you actually join your business portfolio, now after you join the business portfolio, now you will have access to their ad account and it should look something just like this as you join. So after you get inside their business portfolio and they've made the Facebook page, they've made the actual business portfolio, and you're inside the business portfolio, these are the next steps that you want to do to actually set up your ad account and make sure the client's ad account is all good to go so you can actually run the ads. So the first thing you're going to do is come down here to pages. You're going to press add. This is basically a Facebook page. Like I said at the beginning of this video, Meta is the general platform, so you can run ads off Facebook, you can run ads off Instagram, you can run ads off WhatsApp, and all these other platforms to actually publish your services and push it out to an audience. Or you can connect it to Facebook as well. So if they already have a Facebook page, you can connect it. Typically, you just want to create a new Facebook page, plus create, name it their brand, Motion. What was the name of the brand? Motion Worldwide. And then usually with the name, sometimes they're a little strict, so I like to put Clo at the end for like clothing brand. And then you just want to come over here and type in like Clo. Nope, not clothing store. You want to make sure it's clothing brand. Next, confirm, press I agree, and you're going to create the page. Once again, I'm not going to actually create the page, but after you create it, it's just going to make the Facebook page. Okay, boom. I made the Facebook page for you guys. Like I said, I don't want you guys to get confused. I want this to be a pretty simple like guide. So after you create the Facebook page, it should just pop up right here. Then all you want to do is actually assign yourself to the Facebook page. You always want to assign yourself to an asset so that you can work on that asset. If you do not assign yourself to it, like let's say you go into your ads manager, Facebook won't give you access to that asset. So you have to assign yourself to every single asset. So make sure you click yourself and press assign. I know I went a little fast there. And then all you want to do is press done. So after you assign yourself, as you can see, it will pop up right here. I actually have control to this Facebook page. Next thing you're going to do is actually create the ad account. So scroll down here to ad account, press add, and then create new ad account. Now, like I said, same thing. You just want to name this the brand name so you can stay organized with your agency. That's another big thing. If you are running any type of agency, please make sure that your organization is on point. Because it can really get bad very, very quickly. So boom, you want to put the brand name in here, then you want to press next, then you press my business, and then you want to press I agree and create ad account. Now like I said, this is a pretty simple process. I know for like super new people, like I said, sometimes this can be confusing, but like I said, this is how you do it. So then your name should pop up right here. Right after that, you want to come down here to Instagram accounts. Now, for the Instagram account, obviously the client is going to have to connect it. My client already connected it. So all I'm going to do is press assign people and assign it to myself. Full control, assign. Typically for this as well, I just send them a video on how to connect it. In a very rare scenario, do I ever like take my client's login and do it for them. Like I said, it's just a trust thing. If they trust you to do that, you can definitely do it. If not, just send them a video. And then this is kind of where you want to add the connect asset. So after you connect the Instagram page, you have to connect it to the actual ad account. So the ad account can use that Facebook page to actually publish ads, whether that be an existing post, you're creating an ad, whatever it may be. So only with the Instagram account and the pixel, which I'll go over in a second, is things that you actually have to connect those assets to, that I'll be going over in this video at least. But so after we have the page done, the ad account done, and the Instagram done, and the very last step of actually creating and setting up an ad account is actually creating your pixel and connecting it to your Shopify. So the first thing you're going to do is come down here to data sets, press add. After you do that, like I said, just name it, usually the brand's name. So I'll name it right now. And then usually I just put pixel at the end. So brand name, pixel, create. And then it should just pop up as well. Like I said, same step here. You want to make sure that you are assigning yourself to this pixel and then also assigning the pixel to an asset. So come over here to the right hand side, press assign people, press select all, full control, assign. After you press assign, it should just pop up that you have been assigned to this ad account or to this pixel. My bad. Boom, done. You want to come over here to assets, connect assets, and like I said, connect this to the actual ad account itself. Boom, and after you connected the pixel, you have the Instagram in, you have the ad account set up, and you have the pages and you actually have the Facebook page set up, you're pretty much good to go for the first part. Like I said, now you actually need to integrate this pixel over to Shopify so that you can track customer events, see your metrics, and actually scale accordingly, which I'll be going over now. To actually connect your Meta pixel to your Shopify, you want to make sure that you have Shopify partners. Now, basically what that is like it's another, basically all Shopify partners it's another extension to actually Shopify, so that like agencies or even like brand growth operators or whatever it is can get access by the boatload to their client Shopify if you have a lot of clients. So I really recommend making a Shopify partners account. Typically, if you already have a Shopify account, you have access to Shopify partners. But yeah, you want to make the account and actually log into the actual Shopify partners account. And then what you want to do is you want to come over here to stores. And then from here, probably your guys' page will probably look completely blank, but from here you'll have access to all of your clients' accounts. As you can see here, I can just press login and get access to those accounts and log in right away. But if you're accessing a new client account, all you want to do is come over here to this top right green button that says add store, and then press request access to store. Okay, so now I'm going to show you exactly how to actually get access to that Shopify store. So usually to get access, it's pretty simple. I'm just going to go over an example. I'm just going to use one of my actual current brands in my bio. So let's say this was my client. You just want to get their actual web link. Typically, it's just in their bio like it should be. But if they don't have their web link in their bio, like it's a super new brand, then like I said, just ask them for their web link. All it is their Shopify URL. You want to come over here and copy and then paste the Shopify URL right where it says it, store URL, paste. After you paste it, now you're going to need the client's Shopify collaborator code. So I'm going to show you how to get that Shopify collaborator code. So to actually find the client's collaborator code, all they need to do is have your client come down here to settings. After they come down to settings, have them click this users button. After they click the users button, it should be in security. Now it's not going to pop up for me because I don't own this Shopify, but it should just be right there. It'll be a 4-digit code. It's pretty self-explanatory. Like only a dumbass could miss it, but yeah, this is where you're going to find the code. And then you want to come back over to Shopify Partners, and you just want to type the code in. Let's say the code is 1234. And then after you type the code in, typically I just select all. Some clients are picky about that. Some they'll like edit some of the fucking selections, but I'm not a weird motherfucker. I'm not going to go and like switch the payout options, but I do get, some clients don't want you to have that ability. But usually I just press select all and then press request store. Now obviously I'm not going to request it because this is a fake collaborator code number and I already have access to Dell Shopify. But after you press request access, it's basically just going to send an email over to the Shopify owner. They're going to be able to accept it through their email, and then you'll have access to that Shopify store. Now I'm going to show you exactly how to connect that pixel once you get inside their Shopify, the pixel that we just made over here, to their actual Shopify, so you can actually start tracking customer events. Looking at metrics, and just like I said, being able to scale and run their ads accordingly. Come over to their Shopify after you have access in it, and all you want to do is come to the search bar and type up Facebook. Now, after you type up Facebook, it should pop up. This one's already downloaded. Like I said, this is already a client setup account. I don't know why this is popping up. It already is connected, but I can just go through the process for you guys. But after you pop that up, like I said, you actually want to download it. It's going to bring you through some prompts to download it. It's pretty easy. Just press install, download, and it's going to redirect you to this screen right here after it is finished downloading. Then after you finish downloading, like I said, all you want to do is connect your actual Facebook account to the actual Shopify. So press connect account. Should bring up, Facebook login. Like I said, login as your Facebook account that has access to this client that you're trying to link their pixel to their Shopify. So press continue as the login account that you're actually working on. So after you log in, like I said, there should be a page like this. I actually got lucky. I actually am going to set up a pixel for you guys. So you guys can just, like I said, so it can be a simple walkthrough. I don't want you guys to get confused. So like to connect to your account, we already did this, but we're gonna do it again because like I said, this is a different client. So after you connect the account, it should bring up this page right here. All you want to do is press this green button that says get started. So all you want to do is press get started. After you press get started, it's going to load, and it's actually going to bring you through a list of prompts. Facebook account, which we're connecting right now. Oh wait, 1 second. It does this little glitch. Come out, come back in. So all you want to do is press next. After you press next, it's going to take you over to the business assets. And like I said, this is the business portfolio that you actually made for the client. So either find the Instagram that they set up, or the business portfolio you made, or the Facebook page. It'll be one of the few, but all you need is one of them to find. So like for example, this is the client right here. So all you want to do is press connect. After I press connect, you're going to be able to choose preferences on how you want your actual pixel to track ads, and actually how they track the data. So I always put it on maximum. This is the best one, MIO. I don't really know people that use the other two. I've never even really tested the other two, to be honest, but maximum, like I said, typically go at maximum. This means that you're capturing all the data. So all you want to do is press save. After you do that, like I said, connect to the pixel. This is another thing too, so make sure that the pixel IDs match up. So like I said, these two aren't going to match up just for the sake of the video, but you want to make sure that the last, I usually go for the last four, so 3930 match up with the last four of this right here. Like I said, these are two different pixels because I'm setting it up for two different clients, but just to show you guys that this pixel right here should be the same pixel as this pixel that you created for the client that you're setting up. Like I said, I already have most of my clients' shit set up, so I'm just doing this as an example, and it's a little wonky right now. But like I said, these two pixels from Meta and Facebook, or these two pixels from Meta and Shopify should match. Then you want to press connect, save, come over here, submit for review. After you submit for review, it's going to actually set up your channel. And yeah, I'll come back when the channel is fully set up. So after it completes the finalization process, all you want to do is make sure it's set up correctly. So come over here to settings. And after you come over here to settings, like I said, make sure the last four matches up. So as you can see, boom, it's being tracked, maximum, blah, blah, blah. Last four are 3930. And just for you guys, I pulled up the real ads manager that this is actually connected to just to show you guys that it should be set up correctly. So as you can see over here, 3930. 3930. Okay, boom. So we got it all connected. We got all good to go. And you'll be able to tell if it's connected right if it pops this up. So data set is receiving events. This means that the pixel is actually receiving data from the ads manager. In order to test this, I'll show you how to test it in a second. I've already tested it. But like I said, it'll show right here too that it's actually connected to your conversions API, but I'll show you exactly how to test those events. So if you want to come over here, click this blue link, and you want to come over here to Events Manager, it's going to pop up a different tab, and this is where you can actually fire and test different, so this is where you can actually fire and test the events. You want to come over here to Test Events, wait for this to load. After this loads, you want to press confirm your website events are set up correctly. Press this drop down. You want to come over here, actually copy and paste the client's website. Test events, boom, boom. And as you can see, it processed. This means that the pixel is set up and ready to go. So this means it's good to go. The pixel's firing data or receiving data, and yeah. So that is exactly how you're going to set up a client's ad account for them. Now I'll be showing you how to run ads and exactly how I set up a simple sales campaign for a client. So once you set everything up, it should look like this. Obviously, you guys will be completely blank. There will be no campaigns, but it should pop up a screen like this where there's metrics, breakdown, reports you can create. There's ad sets, ads, blah, 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 blah. And this is actually where you're going to be creating your campaign, looking at certain metrics, looking at ROAS, purchase conversion values, how much you spent, your cost per result, your impressions, your reach, your results, blah, 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 blah. And like I said, you use this data to scale correctly, see what's working, see what's not, and like I said, exactly how you're going to structure a certain client's ad account. So the first thing you want to do is, like I said, once you grab everything from the client, you have the content, the website's good to go, everything's set up correctly, this is when you actually want to start publishing the ads. So depending on the client objectives, there's a whole bunch of client objectives, but I'll show you them in a second. So there's a whole bunch of different campaign objectives, and I'm going to show you what they are and what they mean. So you want to come over here, press this green create button. After you do that, like you can see, there is a whole bunch of different objectives. For this video, I'm going to be doing sales, but like I said, there's other things that you can do for a client as well. So I'm going to go over each of them real quick. So awareness is exactly what it means. Your brand awareness is good for reach and just getting a lot of impressions on your ad. This is good for like retargeting, pre-drop ads, things of that nature. Same with traffic. That's really good for like link clicks, landing page views, Instagram profile visits, things of that nature. Basically, you're optimizing for these certain things. So if you pick any of these objectives, you're basically telling Facebook, hey, go after this event. So like how it says traffic here, you want people to click on something, you want people to sign up for something. Like I said, this is good for like pre-drop ads, building an SMS or email list. Definitely a good objective to use for pre-drop. Also getting a lot of people in your top of funnel, building out your pixel data, things like that. So next one is engagement, exactly what it means. You're building engagement. So I use this for like social proof. If a client wants more social proof on certain posts or videos, this is a good strategy too for pre-drop, because what you can do is build a lot of engagement to a certain post, retarget those people, and on top of that, now your post has a lot of likes, a lot of comments, a lot of shares, and it's a psychological thing that people follow people. So then if you run a sales ad to that post with it having a lot of likes, a lot of comments, a lot of shares, blah, blah, people are saying good things about the product or the service, whatever it is, then hypothetically they are more tailored to gravitate to whatever you're trying to sell them because they see other people liking it as well. So this is another good one for pre-drop. Now leads, this is obviously what exactly it says. You're optimizing for somebody to fill out a form or somewhere to contact them. Usually this is for like services, or just getting more information on people. Like I said, this is really service based, which I'm actually gonna make some videos about later down the line, probably hopefully in the next like 2 weeks. I'm actually gonna come out with a fucking banger for you guys. I'm gonna be building out an AI agency completely from scratch. Like even me, I'm doing it from scratch. So we're gonna learn and grow together. But that's what leads are for. App promotion. Now I've never ever used this one, but it's exactly what it means. Like you want people to install your app. App installs, app events, blah, 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 blah. But for this video, like I said, we are going to be using sales. Now, obviously for sales, you're optimizing for somebody to buy something on your website. So this one is more ideal. So it's for conversions, sales, purchases, whatever it is, boosting revenue. Like I said, you're actually optimizing for somebody to take an action on your website and actually purchase something. So in this video, that's exactly what we're going to pick. We're going to pick sales. We're going to click continue. And after you click continue, it's going to pop up a screen like this. Boom. Now this might fucking scare you. This might be like, what the fuck is this? Looks like a spaceship, blah, 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 blah. It's actually pretty simple, especially the more you do it. So we're going to be breaking this down. We're going to be breaking down the campaign level, the ad set level, and the actual ad itself. So campaign level, pretty simple. Depending on what campaign type you're running, this is typically just for organization. So like top of funnel campaigns, middle of funnel campaigns, bottom of funnel campaigns, variation tests, prospecting tests, whatever you're doing, you stay organized at the campaign level. So for this video's sake, I'm just going to be doing a very simple cold conversion campaign, and setting up basically a top of funnel broad campaign. So I like to name mine top of funnel SABO, and I'll basically explain the structure. So TOF, top of funnel, S for sales, that's the objective, and then ABO, ad set, budget optimization. So ABO, ad set, budget optimization. So the next thing I like to do, depending on the client, I really don't like to use this Advantage Plus catalog ads. I usually turn this off immediately. And then I come down here and switch it to an actual ABO, which is putting the budget at the ad set level instead of your campaign level. This could be used for certain things. We're not going to get into that in this video. Like I said, we're setting up a very simple ABO campaign. So we're going to put that ad set budget. We're not doing no A/B testing. We're not doing no audience segment reporting. And like I said, we're not doing no special ad categories. So we're leaving this all blank. Like I said, this is a very general, simple, broad campaign. And like I said, these campaigns really do convert extremely well, especially if you have good creatives and good content, and obviously good product. But that's it for the campaign level. Pretty easy. Next thing we're going to do is actually come over here to the ad set level. Now this is actually where you're going to be doing some of your targeting, some of your placements, where you want your ads to be shown, connecting data sets, picking performance goals, conversions event, all of that nature. So typically for cold campaigns, I like to name them CCVBs. CCVBs just stands for cold conversion, very broad. Like, so I'm not doing any type of tweaking. I'm kind of letting Facebook or Meta figure out like who my target audience is with my creative. So that's the only difference between like broad campaigns and interest stacks. With broad campaigns, you're literally letting the creative do the targeting and finding that audience. So as you can see here, your audience is broad. It's super broad. You can see my estimated daily results. Blah 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 blah. So we'll go step by step with this. But conversion location, we always want this to be set at website. Like I said, there's different locations, but for this video, we're gonna keep it simple and click on website. Next thing we're gonna do the performance goal, and basically and basically all this is basically what I want Facebook to do with my ads. So I want Facebook to maximize the number of conversions, meaning I want them to maximize the number of sales that I'm getting with my ads. So you just want to click maximize the number of conversions. Like I said, there's different goals. You can maximize value. So this is basically what this means. This is less purchases, but a higher order value, higher AOV in a sense. Like I said, you can do other things too. I really wouldn't do landing page views if you have a sales campaign. That's kind of defeating the purpose. But like I said, we're gonna make this simple. Just maximize the number of conversions. Then you're gonna click your data set, and like I said, make sure that it's defined correctly. Editor, this should be edited out. This name right here. But yeah, like I said, if it is working correctly, like I said, this is another thing too. You'll see the check mark with the conversions API, and you'll see it in active data sets. If it's inactive, this means it is not receiving any events. And basically, if you run ads without an active pistol, if you're running ads without an active pixel, you're wasting money. So like I said, make sure your pixel set up correctly. Click on the working one. Now we want to select the conversion event. So this is actually like the event I want Facebook to go after. So you can go after add to carts, initiate checkout, purchases, search, view content. The only thing with this is, for example, let's say I want to optimize for add to carts. If I tell Facebook, hey, I want my conversion event to be add to carts, all they're going to do is find people that add things to cart all day. I don't know if you guys know this, but Facebook has 52,000 touch points on a single user. They know more about most people than most people know about themselves. They know your next move, what you're going to watch next, what you're going to interact with next, what you're going to like next, what you're going to buy. So like I said, if you're optimizing for add to carts, you're optimizing for people to just add your thing to the cart and actually not purchase your product. I know people use that strategy. I don't ever really use it. I can see it for pixel data. But besides that, I don't see really point in it. You could retarget them, but in this scenario, like I said, we want people to purchase our products. We're going to select purchase. Boom. Scroll down here. Budget's obviously self-explanatory. How much do you want to actually spend on the ads? You can spend $200 a day. You can spend $20. You can spend $2,000. Like I said, depending on what you want to do with. Now, typically with a very, very, very new ad account, everything, like nothing has been ran before, Facebook is going to limit you at a threshold of $50, meaning that you can only spend $50 a day max on your ads. If you guys don't know, Facebook is kind of a trust system. So as you build up trust with Facebook, you make your payments on time, and you're actually paying them, then they actually raise your threshold, and you can start to spend more on the actual ads. Mouth's getting dry, chat, a little water break. I don't want to get cracked by Jonathan Scales. Okay. Anyways, getting over to the audience. We're not going to play around with this. Like I said, not in this video. We're going to keep this super, super broad. I'll go over it though real quick. So locations, you can select different locations. United States, that's who we're targeting. But you can do like United Kingdom if you wanted to. You can do like New Zealand. If you wanted to. I thought it would pop up with the abbreviation, but I guess not. Anyways, you can just target what you want to do country-wise, or just location. Like I said, this is good for market testing if you want to test UK, maybe Australia, depending on what you want to do. Like I said, here's audiences, so you can actually target exactly who you want to target. Like I said, I'm not getting in that video. I'm not getting deep into that in this video, but you can target exactly who you want with different demographics and interests. You can also do the age. You can also do the gender. So this one, like I said, I'm keeping it very broad. So we're doing the broadest age possible. We're not putting any specific detail targeting. And next thing is the actual placements. So placements are where your ads are going to be shown. Facebook, Reels, Stories, and you can really optimize this because, for example, you can only, if you really wanted to, you can only put ads to Instagram Stories, or you can only put ads to, Facebook Reels if you wanted to. Like I said, that gets deeper in the funnel and deeper in scaling. You can see where, let's say you have creatives that are only optimized for Story, you can only run Story ads or Reel ads, things of that nature. But all you want to do is press this little drop down, show more settings, and plus platforms. Like I said, see, these are all the platforms you can run ads: Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, Audience Network, and Threads. In this video, like I said, we're keeping it broad. I actually mark off Threads, but we're keeping it pretty broad for this video. We're keeping everything basically basic. And like I said, just letting kind of Facebook figure out what platform, what demographic, what age group is best resonating with my actual ads. So after you have the campaign and the actual ads, or once you have the campaign and the actual ad set up, it's pretty easy from there. This is the actual ad levels. This is your actual ad. Typically what I do for ads is I do abbreviations, so GSCCDB, and then I'll do like EX1 if it's an existing post, or I'll do C1 if it is a if I'm creating an ad, which I'll go over in a second. Just for the first example, I'll create an ad. Fuck it. But like I said, actually no. First example, I'll do an existing post. EX1. Like I said, this is just my way of staying organized. You can name it whatever you want. It doesn't have to be this fucking like nerdy looking, I guess, but you can name it literally whatever you want. Like I said, this is how I say organized. If you wanted to, you can name this just broad campaign. You can name this broad ads, and you can name this fucking existing post one, or whatever you wanted to name it. Like I said, it's really all up to you and how you want to kind of organize, your ad building, and how you're going to funnel or structure campaigns. So just going to jump right into it. So the identity is your Facebook page and your Instagram account, where you're running the ads off of, what profile people are going to be seeing once the ads are shown. So like I said, make sure your guys' clients' Facebook and Instagram is connected. Like I said, we're doing an existing post for this one. You can either create an ad or use an existing post. For this, we're using an existing post. Now for source URL, all you want to do is get your client's URL, press copy, and press paste. Boom. So this is the website that people are going to see once they click on the ads. Now, since we're doing an existing post, we're going to select post, feed post. So boom. After we kind of scroll through this, like I said, typically just want to use their Instagram, go to feed, and like I said, let's say we want to do this hoodie, right? Boom, he has laser denim in it. This is good social proof. Blah, blah, blah. That's a big term wrapper. Boom, press continue. Boom, now it's going to pop up our posts that the client has posted on their Instagram. Like I said, you can use existing posts as ads, or you can kind of create your own post. Wait, actually, I'm not going to use this post because it's a partner post, and sometimes that gets a little tricky. So let's find another post. Let's just do this hoodie. Boom, good post right here. Professional looking. has models. Let's press continue. And then what you want to do is, this is your CTA, so this is going to be the button that your traffic that you're getting from your ads is going to click. So since we're doing sales, we're going to do shop now button. And then typically, whatever product you're selling, you want it to be a direct link. If my client is selling these jorts, all I have to do is make sure that the link is directly to these jorts. So you want to come down here, press website URL, copy and paste, wait for this to load. These are some enhancements too. So typically for enhancements, I turn adapt image off. This basically just turns your picture into a video, which is always ass. We don't want like a shitty ass Facebook mom post, especially if you're going after a younger audience like us, especially for a clothing brand. So the only reason this is not showing is because the video is processing. In the meantime though, I'm going to duplicate this. So to make more ads, all you want to do is duplicate your ad that you have right now and then switch it up. So duplicate, boom, come over here. Typically when you are running ads, like I said, you want a couple different variations of, like I said, this all depends on budget too. So this is a super general video. Typically how I do it is I have if they have multiple different products, I have multiple different ad sets for each of those products and then different variations of ads. So I might have, one of my ads might be flat lays, one of them might be a video like this, like a lifestyle video, one of them might be a model video, one of them might be creative, and like I said, I'm kind of seeing which variation is working with the ads. In this scenario, like I said, it's super broad. So for this ad, so now that we did an existing post ad, we'll do a create ad. And like I said, when I'm creating an ad, I usually just name it C1. You want to come back over here and press create ad. And then boom, it's going to bring this up. Typically you want manually upload. You don't want to use the pictures from your catalog. And then these are some other options you can do. So flexible, single image or video. This just means basically one picture or video. A carousel is a slide post, and a collection is like a full mobile experience basically. So typically I use these three. For this example, we are going to be using flexible. So all you want to do is add images. And let's say since I'm running the jorts, let's say I want a big carousel of the jorts. So boom, 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 boom of each color, right? Boom. Paste that in there. Now this is what my ad's going to look like. Now the good thing about flexible is it puts all of these different variations out, and whatever one sticks, it keeps that one running. So like as you can see, some of these are single images, right? But if you scroll, there's going to be different variations. So like look, these are single images, but if you scroll, there's going to be one carousel that has all of the variations in one. Hold on, advanced preview. Let's go through this. It should be here somewhere. See, look how many ads you can make with flexible. This just is basically gonna boost everything out. There should be a carousel option right here. So this means, hold on, no previews. Okay, for some reason it's glitching. You guys will probably experience this too. It's glitching, but this is the carousel version. Just to make this simple, actually, I'm probably gonna just do carousel images, so I can kind of show you exactly what I'm talking about. For the sake and time of this video, I'm gonna copy and paste what he says on his post on his ad. So then for the CTA, obviously you want to change this to shop now. Go to advanced plus. Like I said, never have music on. I like to turn this off. And besides that, that's good to go. Like I said, this is very broad. And boom, I set up my ad for my client. As you can see, this is super clean. It has the shop links to each of the products. This is a super clean ad. The pictures are clean. The pictures are converting. And yeah. But yeah, boys, that's exactly how you are going to set up an ad account, create an ad account, link the pixel, basically do all the internals to get inside the client's ad account and set up your service delivery for the client. Now, obviously, that's one thing. Depending on what you're doing, you could have creatives and website made. But this video alone is basically how to set up a Facebook account, how to create all your assets, how to link everything, how to be assigned everything, how to connect your pixel, and actually how to create your first ad for your client once you sign your client. But yeah, in the next video, I'll be going over actually how to scale your agency. So it will be a part 3 to this video. If you guys want a part 4, maybe going more in depth on certain metrics, what different metrics mean, and just actually how to in-depth scale. Like I said, this was a super just general video. Very good video for starters and just people trying to get inside the business model or learn more about it. But yeah, boys, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you boys on the next one.